Hi there, I'm the Reverend Mike Rayson, Co-Superintendent Minister of Thrive Church in the metro east of the city of St. Louis, divided by the Mississippi River, which designates one side Missouri and the other side Illinois. I'm from the Illinois side of the tracks. Welcome to Taking Stock, and thanks to Reverend Jenkins for asking me to participate. I grew up in the outback of Australia, but today find myself in ministry on the other side of the world. When John Wesley proclaimed the world was his parish, I must admit I didn't think he meant it literally. You don't encounter too many celebrities in the Australian outback, but here in the United States, it seems a little easier to bump into famous people. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but several years ago, I was a devotee of the American political drama, The West Wing, on television. I enjoyed the plot, the characters, and the way they all seemed to work together through thick and thin from the top down. I think my current president and your current PM could take some notes on how to run a country from the West Wing. Now, don't judge me for this, but I decided that on a legitimate ministry trip to Las Vegas, mind you, that I would spend some time while I was there to see Celine Dion in concert. As I walked into Caesar's Palace to buy my tickets from the box office, I was momentarily distracted by a text message sent by my uncle in Australia. As I was replying to his message, I continued to walk toward the box office. And then it happened. Boom! I walked straight into a guy walking toward me in the opposite direction. Now, I didn't fall over, but he did. I was mortified. Of all the careless things to do, I managed to add texting and walking to the list. I offered my arm to the man immediately on the floor to help him back up, and he grabbed onto me as I helped him to his feet. But as he came to his feet, I almost dropped him again. It was the President of the United States. No, not the real president. It was President Bartlett from the West Wing. He's also known by another name, Martin Sheen. Now, Mr. Sheen was very gracious and I was very apologetic, and after he brushed himself off, he bid me a good morning and went on his way. Now, it was such a bizarre and chance encounter. If I'd been looking where I was going, I never would have run into him, and I doubt my eyes would probably have even seen him in the sea of people coming into and leaving Caesar's palace. In the New Testament, Jesus tells this story to his disciples. This isn't a public story, it's a private meeting with Jesus' inner circle. I assure you, said Jesus, that it will be very hard for a rich person to enter the kingdom of heaven. In fact, it's easier for a camel to squeeze through the eye of a needle than for a rich person, to enter God's kingdom. When his disciples heard this, they were stunned. Then who can be saved? They asked. Jesus looked at them carefully and said, it's impossible for human beings, but all things are possible for God. Think about that last comment for a moment. It's impossible for human beings, but all things are possible for God. How many times has God brought someone across your path in need, but we've been too busy to take the opportunity to connect with them? I could well have taken a few steps back and there would have been plenty of others to help Martin Sheen up from the ground. Even though I knocked him over, I'm glad I was the first to offer my arm. Sometimes it's just the simple actions of being kind that define us as Christians. It need not be a come to the altar and pray moment, just a helping hand in whatever needs doing right now in order to make someone else's day just a little brighter. So what will it be? Head in the phone, ignoring the world and knocking important people to the ground? Or eyes up looking for that one place we're being called to offer God's grace and mercy every single day? I'm Reverend Mike Rayson, and this is Taking Stock.